Thinking about buying property in Baja? Before you start dreaming about oceanfront views and margaritas on the beach, there's something you need to know. Financing real estate in Mexico is not like getting a mortgage in the US. In fact, it's a whole different ballgame. The rules are different, the options are limited, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could end up paying way more than you should, or worse, getting stuck in a deal you can't get out of. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll break down the financing options no one is talking about, the good, the bad, and the ones that could cost you a fortune. Hello everybody, I'm Zinnia with Baja 123, your Baja real estate expert. If you're thinking about buying property in Baja, financing is one of the most important things to understand. Many Americans assume the process works the same as in the US, but that's not the case. There are unique challenges in financing options that could impact your decision. Let's dive in and make sure you have all the information you need to make the right choice. If you're used to the US system, where you walk into a bank, put down 10% or 20%, and get a 30-year mortgage at a decent interest rate, you're in for a surprise. Mexican banks don't operate like that. Interest rates in Mexico are usually between 8% and 12%, which is significantly higher than in the US. Loan terms are shorter, typically lasting 15 to 20 years instead of the standard 30-year mortgages Americans are used to. You'll also need a larger down payment, often between 20% and 40%, depending on the lender. The approval process can be slow and involves a lot of paperwork, making it quite different from what most US buyers expect. Mexican banks like Banorte, BBVA, Bancomer, and Banamex do offer mortgages to foreigners, but qualifying can be tough. They want to see proof of income, credit history, and often require you to have residency in Mexico. If you're not prepared, this option might not be as easy as you think. If you're buying in a new development, some developers offer their own financing. This can be much easier to qualify for since you're dealing directly with the seller and not a bank. The catch is that these loans usually have short terms ranging from 3 to 10 years. Interest rates can be higher than what banks offer, and in some cases, legal protections may not be as strong as with a traditional mortgage. Since you're working directly with the developer, the approval process is usually faster and simpler, especially when purchasing new construction, and the qualification requirements are often much easier compared to traditional banks. Owner financing is one of the best kept secrets in Baja real estate. Here's how it works. Instead of dealing with a bank, you work out a deal directly with the seller. One of the biggest advantages is that no bank approval is needed. This means fewer restrictions and a much simpler process. Since you negotiate directly with the seller, there's more flexibility in terms, including interest rates, down payments, and monthly payments. The process is also much faster compared to traditional financing methods. When making an offer, be sure to have your agent include that you're interested in owner financing and specify the interest rates and terms you're looking for. This helps set clear expectations from the start and ensures you negotiate a deal that works for you. That's why it's important to work with a knowledgeable real estate agent who can help you craft and present a strong offer that aligns with your financial needs and long-term goals. If you've been researching Mexico real estate loans, you've probably come across lenders promising easy financing options for Americans buying property in Mexico. At first glance, it might seem like a great opportunity, but there are important details you need to know. These lenders often have loan terms and fees that are much higher than they initially advertised. Hidden fees can quickly add up, making the loan more expensive in the long run. Additionally, their contracts are sometimes structured in ways that favor the lender more than the borrower, so it's critical to go through all the details carefully before signing. We strongly urge extreme caution when dealing with these lenders. Their loan agreements can be complex with terms that may not always be in your best interest. Thoroughly review every detail, consult with a legal expert, and fully understand the financial implications before committing to anything. One of the biggest challenges many Americans don't consider is the currency exchange factor. Most loans in Mexico are issued in pesos, which means if you earn in US dollars, your monthly payments could fluctuate depending on exchange rate changes. If the peso strengthens against the dollar, your mortgage payments could increase significantly. Some lenders offer loans in US dollars, but these often come with higher interest rates, so it's important to weigh the pros and cons carefully. The best way to protect yourself is to secure a loan in the same currency you earn in whenever possible. Real estate agents are not always financial experts, so it's essential to work with someone who truly understands cross-border financing. A knowledgeable professional can help you navigate potential risks and ensure you're making informed decisions. There is no way to fully protect against currency fluctuations, so it's important to be aware of the risk. If your loan is in pesos but your income is in dollars, be prepared for potential changes in your mortgage payments if the exchange rate shifts. Home equity is one of the best ways to finance a property in Baja if you own a home in the US or Canada. Instead of going through the challenges of getting a loan in Mexico, many buyers use the equity in their US or Canadian home to finance their purchase. Interest rates in the US are usually lower than in Mexico, making this a more cost-effective option. With this approach, you can buy in cash, which gives you better negotiating power with sellers. You also avoid the complications of dealing with Mexican banks, strict loan approvals, fluctuating exchange rates, and predatory lenders. The advantage of this approach is that it allows you to access lower interest rates and better loan terms, making it a more affordable and straightforward way to finance your Baja property. Many buyers find this to be the most practical and effective option for securing a great deal. Buying real estate in Mexico is an amazing opportunity, but only if you go in prepared. For over 20 years, we've helped countless buyers navigate the complexities of purchasing property in Baja. We work with serious buyers who are ready to move forward with their property purchase. If you are prepared to take the next step, reach out to us today and let's make your dream home a reality. What is your biggest concern when it comes to financing a property in Baja? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment.